could raise your hand if you'd like to ask a question. Questions for Taylor? Reem?
Congrats, Taylor. Just first of all, just your thoughts on the match. How do you feel you played today, and yeah, what was key for you?
I thought I played really well. I think it was way more windy than I expected it to be when I came out. When I warmed up earlier, it was not windy, so took some adjusting to getting used to in the beginning. I felt like on the one side with the wind at my back, I felt like I couldn't really go after the ball. I felt like it was flying on me. I couldn't really control it. So I definitely felt like in the beginning of the match, for the first set, he handled the conditions a lot better and was playing much better. I was struggling a bit with the wind, I feel. And yeah, I mean, I don't think it was the best. A little sloppy, some mistakes in the first set for me. But then after that, I think I played really well. I felt like, I mean, yeah, second set found a break. Third set, I believe he served 85% first serves, and I was still able to win the set. So I don't know what more I can really ask for. And then fourth set, I gave myself lots of chances to find a break. Wasn't able to do it. I felt like the game that he broke me, he played a very good game. Not much, not really that much I could do, and played a very solid fifth set. So I'm really happy with my level. I think that he's a really good player. I think he played well, and I think that, that's just an absolutely brutal second round match to face.
Taylor, congrats. Given how you won a title, come here 1 day off, then play 3 days in a row, you only hit 16 unforced errors in a five-setter. I don't know if you saw the stats or not.
Today?
16 in 5 sets.
What did I do the other day?
Even less, I think.
Less?
Maybe.
Yeah,
I'll check.
for sure less, yeah.
But I'm just wondering, given that because the task at hand was difficult, Giovanni, then Gabriel, the back-to-back, all of that, does that in a way make you just really help you with focus, I guess, because you don't have time to think about anything else?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I've always said the most important thing for me in feeling like I'm going to play good tennis is just playing a lot and winning a lot. And I think that's why I really like to go play Eastbourne, because, I'm all for taking a week off before slams. Like I like to do in Australia, I like to do US Open. It's good to get that training weekend. But I mean, I cannot ever win a match in Queens, so I kind of need to play Eastbourne to feel like I have some confidence going into this tournament, and I'd much rather take that confidence than having like a week of training. I feel like very dialed in. I feel like I'm hitting the ball great, playing really good tennis, and I think that's a big part for why I've been able to, I guess, deliver pretty good tennis in the first 2 rounds, and why I've had good years at Wimbledon in the past years where I've won Eastbourne.
Sorry.
I was going to say, you had 15 first round, 16 second round, unforced errors across 10 sets. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, maybe whoever's counting the stats might be they might be generous. I don't know, but I'm happy with that. I'm playing 2 guys that are very big servers, and I'm definitely trying to be aggressive while still, not giving them anything for free. So.
And a lot of other seeds, as you'll know, have already gone out of this tournament. Of just how are you feeling about your prospects to go further?
I mean, I feel really good about my level. I guess I still have to wait and see who I'm playing. I think, I haven't looked too far ahead of the draw. I saw what my first 2 rounds were looking like when I was still in Eastbourne. Funny story. I didn't want to look at the draw, and then I got a text from the practice booking that my coach booked me a practice with Riley. And so I instantly knew that I was playing like, I knew I could play only 1 to 3 people basically. So that's how I found out the draw, and I didn't look much further because I knew that this was absolutely brutal. I think probably the 2, I would say the 2 unseeded guys that you don't really want to see. So with all the seeds losing, maybe it opens up somewhere down the line on my draw. Like I said, I haven't really looked, but I'm playing good tennis.
It might.
After 10 sets, do you kick your feet up tomorrow? Like how is tomorrow maybe going to be different than had you played a couple of 3-setters so far?
I mean, I think it'll be a light practice for sure. I'm sleeping late, have a practice round, I don't know, like 2 or 3, and probably won't hit more than 30 minutes. I think Hitting wise, there's no need really. I think the biggest thing is I'm gonna have to work on some returns because, I mean, I guess it depends. I mean, I don't know who I play yet, but if I play Fokina, I need to work on some returns because it's going to be coming in a lot differently than the two guys I just played. So, you know, I've been chipping returns against these guys. I might need to practice actually hitting over some.
When it was 9:53 p.m. today and going into 5, was there any risk that they were going to come talk to you, or you knew that?
No, I would have lost my mind if they tried to get us at like 9:50. I think there was plenty of time. So I would have absolutely lost it because then I would have had to play again and then again. I'm like, I need a day off at some point.
You know that your next opponent, one of them has a match point and it's suspended, like that, like for
I thought they suspended at 5-all.
No, he has a match point.
He had a match.
Oh, he had a match point.
I think he has a match point.
No, it's
I don't think they can. I thought they suspended even scores. Oh, okay. I didn't have. Then Sofakina had a match point. Then maybe okay.
On returning, I wanted to just ask about that. Obviously, you're blocking and standing really close to return two of the biggest serves in the game. Just what is that like, and just how does that work for you? I guess because obviously a lot of players when they play those guys, they stand far back, right? Even on grass. So.
Yeah, I mean, look, I have an extremely Western grip on my forehand, so on the ad side, hypothetically, I probably could stand back and return more normally. But on the deuce side, if someone can get a cutter, like a slice off the court away, it's pretty tough for me to hit the ball back in that direction with my grip. It is just very tough to do. And you see other players with my grip struggle with the same thing. And I think there's just too much court to cover with these guys. I'd rather stand in, cut the angle off on the slider. I can chip it. I can use their pace. I don't have to swing at all. I just have to stick my racket out and be firm with it. And I'm holding a backhand grip as well. So most people, when they miss their spot on the serve, they're more likely to miss their spot on a flat serve. So if they miss their spot on the flat serve, then I don't need to switch my grip or anything. I'm holding a slice forehand and a backhand grip. So I just have to, it's just reflexes and handsing it. And that's what I'm good at is just, if I don't need to change grips or anything, being handsy with it and just reflexing it, putting my racket out. So I feel like I can cover a lot more with the chip forehand and put a lot of returns in play when I get my racket on it. And I feel like it's really threatening if they serve it in my reach on my backhand side as well. So, I feel like the serves that are gonna beat me are the ones that are really well hit spots. But the way I look at it, if I was standing back, I'm not gonna return those ones either. So that's kind of my philosophy on it. And I think chipping, I also think if you're going to chip, you should be as close as possible to use the pace. I think when people are chipping from 5 feet behind the baseline, it makes no sense. You're giving your opponent so much time to set up for the next ball, and you have to actually like swing as well when you chip because the ball loses so much speed when it gets to you. So it's just something that I've found I've had success with against big servers from, for a couple of years now.
Last question.
Do you see Diallo? What's the upside with him? I'm just wondering he hasn't been around for that long. Just wondering what do you see him?
Yeah, I mean, he's a very good player. I practiced with him he was in Carson training, like last year, and I practiced with him a bit, and I was really impressed with the fact that he's such a tall, like big server. A lot of times these big servers, really tall guys, when they serve their slider serves, they hit them pretty hard and just like big. He does a great job of like getting that cutter like short and really cutting it away. So it's amazing. He can spread the court with his serve really well. I thought he mixed up his serve really well today, which is, one of the key things when you're, such a big server. People are going to be leaning and picking sides. You can kind of hit all the spots, and he played some very good return games as well. And I think doesn't really have a weakness. I think at times he can be streaky and like make some mistakes, but I didn't feel like more mistakes were really coming from one side or the other. I thought his backhand and his forehand both were very solid shots, and like I said, he had some good return games and his serve's incredible. I think he's a very good player.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks.
sir.